All right, got some good coverage. Track is open. What's up, bud? One
Ken
more?
Perry.
Yeah, we don't have a number over there, do we? Guess we do need one
Ben
at the
Castleberry.
quarter pipe. Two-wheel drive experts, any more in the house that can make it over to the quarter pipe?
Christian Cook.
We are live streaming on that YouTube channel, so you can tell your friends to watch it live. You can go back and watch the races after, check out how you did. All right, I think everybody's getting pretty well warmed up. I'm going to throw 15 seconds on that clock, and the loop will be live.
15 seconds to the start of the race. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, John gets us started. He's on the clock. Everybody else who crosses the line behind him will be the start of your 5-minute race clock. (13.5) four-wheel drive, guys. You should be asking all your friends to go get a 13.5 four-wheel drive. We need one or two more drivers so we can split that class and you got a bunch more room on the track. At the 1.5-minute mark, John and Ben 1 and 2 with 1 second between them. Small gap. Then I got Ken Perry on the 3 with Christian, half a second behind him. Getting close to that halfway spot. John's still on top. Ben Castleberry 1.5 seconds behind him. Looking at those lap times, John Blocker the only one to get into the 13 so far. It was a 13.6. Last lap he just laid down a 13.3. Everyone else is at 14.0. Ben Castleberry sticking right there. He's in the 2 spot, but it's down to a 1/10 of a second between him and John. Got a pretty good gap, and now it's Christian holding down the 3, but Ken is only a second behind him. At the 1 minute mark, John Blocker on the top spots. Now got a little bit of breathing room at about 5 seconds. Christian on the 3 and Ken Perry a half a second behind him. Castleberry catching back up to John after that last lap. It's a quarter second once again. John still with the advantage. Ten seconds on the clock. 1/10 of a second between John and Ben.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. John Blocker done. Ben Castleberry done.
John
Christian
Blocker
Cook
by
done.
less than a second. By the skin of his teeth that whole race.
All
Once you
drivers
are
are finished.
done racing or you
Ken
hear
Perry
that you're
done.
done, definitely try to stay out of the way, of course. Ken Perry did snag that 3rd place from Christian. 4-wheel drive buggy, you guys are up. Ben, you better just do some practice laps because Paul's taken off onto a whole nother level. I'm almost glad I'm not having to race. Gonna hope for a mistake. We do need 1 volunteer corner. Looks like we've got all 4 drivers out there. We need 1 corner on bucket number 4, if anybody can handle that. How are you? 13-5 4-wheel winner of last week's, not even racing? You just hanging up the crown? Oh, man. All right, drivers, turn them loose.
The race is completed. Ben Adolph, Jeff Adolph, Dan Perry, Paul Thacker, Abe Armstrong, Tristan Madsen.
Everybody checked in, throwing 15 seconds on that time clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go to check on Ryan, make sure he's doing good. Yeah. Make yourself wide, Jeff. Make yourself wide. Getting near the minute and a half. Ben does sneak in that top spot with one mistake by Paul. Paul's going to be on a tear now. 3.5 minutes left to go. Two down, three to go. I got Ben on that top spot. Paul on the 2. Abe holding down the 3. Tristan on the 4. Dan on the 5. And Jeff on the 6. At the halfway mark, it's Ben with a 4-second advantage. Abe still holding down that 3. It's now Dan Perry on the 4, Tristan on the 5, Jeff on the 6. Three down, 2 to go. Ben still holding on to it with a solid 4-second advantage. Paul on the 2, Abe on the 3. Dan about 2 seconds back on the 4. Tristan sneaks in past Dan to claim that number 4 spot. One minute on that time clock. Ben is holding it down with that 4-second lead, not letting Paul get any closer. Dan Perry now back into the 3 spot, moving Abe to the 4, but Tristan's right on his tail. Jeff about 2 seconds back from there. Oh, Jeff just went 6 to 4 on that last lap. He got past Tristan and Abe. 30 seconds on the clock. Paul closes it into 3 seconds to catch Ben Adolph. Ben in some traffic with Tristan in front of him. He's trying to stay in this pace. Nice move, Tristan, going a little wide. That was beautiful.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paul Thacker done. Dan Perry done. Ben Adolph done. Tristan Madsen done. Abe Armstrong done.
I
All
was
drivers are
skeptical,
finished.
but Ben Adolph
Adolph
gets
done.
it done for Q1. 24 laps, 5:11, a very good pace with 6 drivers on course. Paul for the 2, Dan will claim that 3, Jeff on the 4. Logan, do you want a Tekin speed control? Corey will try to get it set up for you.
The race is completed.
Short course showdown. Castleberry's serious tonight. He's third onto the track. Usually we just wait for him to saunter up there. Christian Cook joining us with a fresh associated build. All right, spots are covered. Track is open.
John Blocker, Ken Perry, Nicole Bruner, Ben Castleberry. Christian
All
Cook,
right, we got Christian checked in. I'm throwing just over 15 seconds on that time clock so Christian can get one good solid lap or two.
15 seconds to the start of the race. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ben gets us started on the clock. At the minute and a half mark, John Blocker sneaks into the top spot that last lap, putting Castleberry on the 2. They are battling it out once again, although we got chaos going on now. Christian within a second, Ken within a tenth of a second. But after that last lap, that could all be on its head. I do have Christian on the top spot. Ben, a quarter second behind him. John, a quarter second behind him. Top 3 separated by half a second. At the halfway mark, Castleberry stretches out a lead on that top spot of 6 seconds. John on the 2, Christian on the 3, Ken on the 4. Nicole had a really long lap. I'm wondering about a transponder there. right, I got 2 laps added in for Nicole. I think that puts her closer where she needs to be. We did adjust the squelch on the timing system in hopes we wouldn't get any of the short lap times. That's the first I've seen of it not picking up. Castleberry on that top spot. John 4 seconds back from there. Christian holding down the 3, Ken on the 4. Every time I look, this thing's flipped on its head. 30 seconds on that time clock. John on the top spot, up by 5 seconds. Very late on this last lap. I'm wondering if he missed a lap. We'll find out when he comes by. I am going to add 1 lap for John and
5,
adjust the
4,
squelch.
3, 2, 1. Ben Castleberry done. John Blocker done.
Let
Christian
these guys
Cook done.
finish out.
Nicole
Castleberry,
Bruner
does
done.
that sound right? Castleberry.
All drivers are finished.
Ben,
Ken Perry done.
did you lose it towards the end and then John had maybe missed a lap? I added a lap for him. He got you by 6 seconds total. John, do you think you could have missed a lap? I added a lap for you because you had a 31-second lap, so I added one, but there's no way. Yeah. Okay, John will take that one then in the end. I'm going to adjust that squelch and hopefully we don't miss any laps.
The race is completed.
All right, we get the rest of those sportsman buggy drivers out. Matthew, Bradley, Abe, and Tristan. Bradley joining us after a 4-month hiatus. Glad you're here. All right, track's open.
Matthew Google. Abe Armstrong. Tristan Madsen. Bradley Richards.
"15 seconds on the time clock.
15 seconds to the start of the race. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just over a minute and a half in, I've got Abe on that top spot, and he is running a TQ pace. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go at this point. Abe on the top spot, Tristan holding down the 2, Bradley on the 3, Matthew on the 4. Pretty sure John Blocker had a fast lap of a 13.3. Looks like Abe has matched that at a 13.3. Getting close to 2 minutes left. Abe on the top spot. Tristan only 2 seconds behind him. Bradley on the 3 with Matthew just a couple seconds behind him. Just under a minute remaining. Abe looking pretty solid on that number 1. Tristan's almost 4 seconds behind him. Ooh, he did drop off the pace just a little though. After that last lap, Tristan is moving right up towards putting a fight with Abe. 1 second between Abe and Tristan, 1 and 2. That is the battle on the track.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tristan Madsen done. Abe Armstrong done. Matthew Google done. All drivers are finished.
That's a race.
Bradley
Abe on
Richards
the
done.
top spot, Tristan on the 2, Bradley grabbing the 3. Stadium Truck, you're up next. With 4 drivers out of that last race, we will need a volunteer
The race
quarter
is
marshal.
completed.
Corey, does the microphone sound okay from there? Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Always appreciate a volunteer quarter marshal. Paul, how come you don't throw in a 3rd class on Stadium? How come you're not racing this? Can't handle the 3? The big trifecta? Who are we missing from our quarter marshals from that last round? Calling names. Track is open.
Jeff Adolph. Dan Peary. Ben Adolph. Corey Frisbee.
Throwing 15 seconds on that time clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Rookie
4,
drivers,
3,
getting your cars
2,
ready. Rookie drivers, you're up next. Loop is live. All rookie drivers in the crawler area, you guys are up next. Logan, could you do me a solid? Relieve Ryan. He's in the next race. This is his first time racing. Ryan's quarter marshaling in the corner. Could you go relieve him? Or you're busy figuring out your speed control. Are you busy? Just over a minute and a half of racing in the books. Ben on the top spot. Dan 4 seconds behind him. Jeff 4 seconds behind him. Corey about 2 seconds behind those podium runners. just over the halfway point. Ben looking good on the number 1 spot. Dan about 6 seconds back from there. Jeff about 6 seconds back from there. Corey's got 3 seconds to catch Jeff.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Adolph done. Jeff Adolph done. Dan Perry done. All drivers are finished. Corey Frisbee done. The race is completed.
All right, guys, track is open.
Levi Google. Austin Andrews. Gray Cook. Izzy Walls. Macy Andrews. Ryan Andrews.
All right, rookies, smooth and steady, real slow on that throttle. The consistency is going to pay off in this 5-minute race. If we could slow it down and limit those mistakes, that's your key to winning the race. All right, I'm putting 15 seconds on the time clock and the loop will be live.
15 seconds to the start of the race. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Loop is live. Macy is on the clock. Everybody else's clock will start when you cross the start finish line. If you happen to jump over a pipe, make sure you stop and go so that you're not gaining an advantage. You're not gaining time by crossing over the track. Just over a minute and a half in, Ryan and Austin 1 and 2 in their first rookie race. They've been putting in the practice. Had to come out and see where they stand. Austin just snagged it from Ryan. Austin now on the top spot. Ryan on the 2, Levi on the 3, Macy on the 4, Gray on the 5, and Izzy bringing up that 6. Ryan's holding down that 3 spot, but Macy's only 1/2 a second behind him. Macy steals 3rd that last time around. Ryan down to the 4. Running order at the halfway point is Austin on that top spot. Levi just a couple seconds back from there. Macy on the 3, Ryan on the 4, Izzy now on the 5, Gray bringing up that 6. Christian, I had a really long lap out of Gray, like 54 seconds. Is it possible, or are we missing laps? I think I will throw 1 in for Gray. Austin and Levi 1 and 2, just 4 seconds between them. Macy holding down that 3. Ryan on the 4, Izzy on the 5. Levi's getting closer and closer to Austin. Less than 2 seconds, 1 and 2, Austin and Levi. Ryan about 3 seconds back from there. Macy on the 4, 3 seconds back from there. Meanwhile, Izzy and Gray have their battle going for 5th and 6th. Izzy on the 5 with Gray about 3 seconds back. Levi jumps into that top spot and gets a really good lead. Less than 10 on the clock. Austin on the 2, Macy on the 3.
4, 3, 2, 1. Macy Andrews done. Levi Google done. Ryan Andrews done. Izzy Walls done.
Levi will take that top spot. Austin's finishing his last lap. Gray is
Austin
still
Andrews
racing
done.
as well. All right, that's a race. Levi,
All drivers are
Austin,
finished.
Macy, 1, 2,
Great cook
and
done.
3.
The race is completed.
Good job, Macy. That was impressive. She didn't know she was racing 3 minutes before the race. Ryan, I'll let you in on a secret for Macy's setup. She's at 45% on the EPA for the throttle. It's kind of a key. All right, rookie drivers, go ahead and set those cars down. You got plenty of time to charge batteries. We do need our rookies out to corner if you're feeling confident enough. Otherwise, we can call for some volunteers. All right, any rookie drivers that feel comfortable or any volunteer quarter marshals? This is our 17.5 expert class.
Logan Hall.
Ryan, are you able to corner? Get you by the quarter pipe. All right, track is open.
Jeff Adolph. Dan Peary. Ben Adolph. Paul Thacker.
All right, I'm throwing 15 seconds on that time clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Minute and a half in, I got Ben on that top spot, 4 seconds over Mr. Paul. Jeff holding down the 3, Dan right on his tail. Just over that halfway mark, Ben is still holding it down. Logan moved all the way from last up to second. He's fighting with Paul Thacker, but a tenth of a second there. Dan Perry's within a quarter second. So really 2, 3, and 4, very, very close. Ben looking good with about 2.5 seconds breathing room. Minute and a half on that time clock. Ben and Paul 1 and 2, 3 second separation, but it's Logan Hall just a quarter second back from there. Just under a minute left. Ben, Paul, Logan, Dan, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ben Adolph done. Jeff Adolph done. Logan Hall done. Paul Thacker done.
Ben is on fire for Q1, taking both the expert and the 4-wheel. Paul on the 2, Logan on the 3.
All drivers are finished. Dan
I don't know
Perry
if
done.
Ben's on fire. You're still racing? All right, corner marshals, we do need to wait until we hear the race is complete before we leave the track. Corner marshals from that last race, we need to wait until the announcer says the race is complete. We had one driver that was still racing and everybody was cruising off. We'll know for next time. All right, we are ready to start qualifier 2. We'll do it all over again. So what's the story? Is Ben on fire, or did somebody put shock oil on Paul's tires? Uh-oh. Looking good for Q1 for Ben. Shaping up to be some good racing. All right. I'm looking for some corner marshals. I got Logan. I got Dan. I do not have a Ben. I do not have a Dan. And still be needing one volunteer from the mix as well. Thank you, Matthew. Track is open.
Christian Cook. John Blocker. 1 minute to the start of the race. Ken Perry. Ben Castleberry.
All right, from that Q1, John Blocker is the man to beat, holding down that TQ time. Castleberry sitting on second on the TQ board. Let's throw 15 seconds on that time clock.
15 seconds to the start of the race. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just about 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. John on the top spot. Christian less than a second behind him. Ken Perry on the 3. Only 1 second back from there. Castleberry's got about 3 seconds work to do to catch back into the podium positions. Looking at the TQ board between John, Ben, and Abe, less than 3 seconds separation there. 3 down, 2 to go. John on the top spot. Christian holding down that 2. Ken just 2 seconds back from there. Four-wheel drive buggy, you guys are up next. Minute 15 remaining. John's looking pretty comfortable on that top spot. He's even knocked 5 seconds off of his TQ pace. Christian on the 2, Ken on the 3. Less than a minute. It's a good thing Castleberry put in a strong first qualifier run. He's still sitting on the 2nd spot overall. All of Castleberry's laps check out. A couple of 16s and an 18 in there.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ken Perry done.
Come on, John, go, go, go. You got to get through. You're almost on a 22-lap pace. I think that last corner might have got it from you, though. Go, 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 John. You're in your own
Cook done.
race.
John Blocker done.
Oh, yeah, 22 lap,
All drivers are
5:15. He was on his
Ben
22nd
Castleberry
lap,
done.
so that did work out. Sportsman with a 22 lap. There's going to be some guys tiptoeing into the expert class soon, I think. Figure out where you're going to stand for this point series.
The race is completed.
Corey, you want to slide that bucket 4 back so you have room for your feet that's not on the track?
Logan Hall.
Q1 domination from Ben Adolph. One more qualifier to get it done. We're looking for a quarter marshal on number 2. John's there. Track is open.
Jeff Adolph. Ben Adolph. Abe Armstrong. Tristan Madsen. Paul Thacker. Dan Perry.
Starting next week, I'm making an executive decision, and I'm not going to like this rule myself, but if your waist is above that driver's stand, no box for you. It's not fair to the guys who don't get boxes, and definitely not fair for Paul. All right, we're throwing 15 seconds on that time clock.
15 seconds to the start of the race. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's a busy one out there. 7 guys running now that we got Logan in the mix. One more driver, and we would be able to split this class, which it so desperately needs. Someone could run the races. That would work out good. I'd get out there. If you ever wanted to run the races, take over a race night, you'd get paid, plus you'd get some parts at a good deal. Could work out for somebody, teach you the ropes. Chaos on the steps. Quick moves by Ben Castleberry. Good job. And after that wild lap, that's going to move Jeff to the top spot. Logan on the 2, Paul on the 3, Dan on the 4, Ben all the way down to the 5, Tristan on the 6, Abe on the 7. It's chaos with this many drivers. We are at the halfway mark. Logan, Jeff, Paul, 1, 2, 3, less than a second between each of them. We are quite a ways off pace at the halfway point. So those Q1 lap times are looking best. Although it's working out well for Jeff and Logan, they're moving up. Three down, 2 to go. We got one less driver on the track, and it was Logan. He was putting in a good run. Ben Adolph on the top spot. Jeff a quarter second behind him. Paul a half second behind him. Bit of a gap. We got Dan on the 4, Tristan on the 5, Abe on the 6. Paul is coming off track. Does look like Ben's TQ is going to hold then. Running order in this race with 1 minute 10 seconds on the clock. Ben on the top spot. Jeff 1 second behind him. Dan Perry holding down the 3. Tristan on the 4, Abe on the 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jeff and Dan battling, and
Abe
that would
Armstrong
be
done.
for the position on the TQ board.
Tristan Madsen done.
Jeff
Jeff
will
Adolph
take
done.
it. He moved his way
Dan
on
Perry done.
up, qualifying third. Ben with the winner
drivers
of
are
this
finished.
race. Jeff on the
Ben
2,
Adolph
Dan
done.
on the 3. Tristan snagging that 4.
The race is completed.
All right, short course showdown. John Blocker having a good start to his night in both classes. Next week. Yeah, I don't want to switch it up this race, but I love the box too. But if we don't have boxes for everybody, otherwise we'd have to send them up in the order you qualified. Yeah. Nicole, you might be safe. It's just if your waist goes above the thing, you might want to check that. You might still be legal. Squat down a little bit. Wear some real short shoes. Track is covered. It is open.
John Blocker. Nicole Bruner. Ken Perry. Ben Castleberry. Christian Cook. One minute to the start of the race.
Everybody is checked. 15 seconds on the time clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At the minute and a half mark, Silent Assassin Ken Perry's in that top spot. Right on position with the TQ pace. At the halfway mark, John has found the speed to move into that top spot. Ken on the 2, Castleberry about a half second behind him. I take that back. Castleberry with a bad lap. It's John on the top spot. Ken holding down the 2. Christian on the 3. Castleberry doing work from the 4. Nicole on the 5. Looks like everybody's laps are counting, so that's good. Christian in that clear body in the 3rd place, putting in work. He's about 2.5 seconds behind Ken Perry. Trying to cut down that time, putting in some nice clean laps. Christian gets it down to about 1.5 seconds to catch Ken Perry in the 2. I think both Ken and Christian got the announcer's curse on that last lap. One minute to go. John's out there knocking down his TQ pace from last round, going even quicker. Ken Perry looking good on the 2, Christian on the 3, Castleberry about 1.5 seconds back. Not the time to lose a wheel. Ken had a heck of a good run going there. He had himself positioned well.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jones looking solid on that top spot, and he's also got the fast lap into the 13s with a 13.9.
John Blocker done. Ben Castleberry done. Nicole Bruner done. All drivers are finished. Christian Cook done.
John on the 1, Ben on the 2, Christian on the 3. Christian improving his spot for 3rd overall, moving into the mains. Next up, second half of the Sportsman Buggy drivers. Sportsman Buggy to the line. Thank you so much for volunteering, Macy. We really appreciate it. Ben Castleberry, you want to kick that bucket back so your feet aren't in the race? There you go. Yeah, it's been a theme for the night. All right, track's covered. Track is open.
Matthew Google. Abe Armstrong. Tristan Madsen. Bradley Richards.
All right, your goal is to get a better lap time than John or Ben sitting on the 1 and the 2. John with a 22 lap that last qualifier. That's going to be a tough one. Throwing 15 seconds on that time clock.
15 seconds to the start of the race. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Two down, 3 to go. Abe finds his way to that top spot. Tristan on the 2, Bradley on the 3. Abe and Tristan about a half second there. Bradley about 2 seconds back. Matthew another 2 seconds back. Christian on your left, on your left, on your left. Three down, 2 to go. These guys are moving pretty quick out there. Abe on that top spot. Ooh, now Tristan on the top spot. They are both fighting for that second qualifying position overall. Abe and Tristan half second between them. Bradley only less than a second back. Just over a minute remaining. Abe's looking pretty comfortable in that top spot. Also running in a second overall qualifying position. Bradley's now moved up to the 2. Tristan on the 3.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Abe Armstrong done. Bradley Richards done.
Abe just barely gets caught on his 21st lap. He was 1 second away
Madsen
from
done.
going 22. That would have put him in the top spot as well. 1 second because John had a bad last lap.
All drivers are finished. Matthew Google done.
All right, Abe on the 1, Bradley on the 2, Tristan bringing up the 3. Tristan only a quarter second back from Bradley.
The race is completed.
All right, we had 4 drivers in that last race. That means we'll need a volunteer on this one. Thank you, sir. Drivers are getting restless, looking for another corner. Let's go back over our list. We got a Matthew, we got a Bradley, we
Ben
got
Adolph.
Abe. Where's Abe? Come on, buddy. Looks like Abe's got that covered. I think we're good there, Levi. Thank you. Track is open.
Jeff Adolph. Dan Perry. Corey Frisbee.
All right. Sorry about that. 5 seconds on the clock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We will set that truck down and focus on your areas to quarter marshal. If Ben wants to fix it, he can, or send someone from the pits to go fix it. All right, with Ben out of the race, he laid down a 21.502 that last time around in that last qualifier, so that's the time to beat. Minute and a half in, Corey, Jeff, and Dan less than a second, 1, 2, and 3. Jeff's out of there, so now it's Corey and Dan. They've got open track. Their job is to beat Ben's 21.502. Corey's currently on a 21.507. He's only 5 seconds off of that TQ pace. 3 down, 2 to go. Dan moves into that top spot in this race. In Dan's last qualifier, he was a half second off of Ben's time. This time he's got to make up about 6 seconds to get back on the pace he ran last time, and another half second to beat Ben. Next race is going to be our rookies. You guys are up next. We got a minute and a half left of this race. Four minutes down, 1 to go. Dan Perry on the top spot, 21.507. Hey Logan, when it's time, will you help Macy get that car turned on? Or you got it figured? Logan will help you when it's time. $30 seconds left. Dan at a 21.506.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Corey Frisbee done. All drivers are finished. Dan Perry done.
All right, Dan will take that race. Ben is safe on the TQ.
The race is completed.
Rookies are getting all lined up with bated breath, ready to give it another try. All right, let them rip. Track is open.
Ryan Andrews. Macy Andrews. Izzy Walls. Austin
One more
Andrews.
quarter marshal underneath
Great
me. Anyone available to jump underneath? Oh, thanks, Christian. I know you want to watch this race too. All right, same key to the race. Smooth and steady on that throttle. Where's Levi at? Oh, Matthew's working on it. He's got the hustle. All right.
Levi Google.
All right, Levi did take that Q1 win. He's the man to beat of the rookie class tonight. 15 seconds on that time clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Loop is live. Macy's on the clock, Gray's on the clock, and Levi's on the clock. Minute and a half into this race, Ryan finding his stride on that top spot. Austin in second, Levi in third, Macy on the 4, Izzy on the 5, Gray is right there within a tenth of a second on the 6. Halfway through the race, Ryan's trying to run away with it. He's 10 seconds over the field. Levi hold down the 2. Austin a second behind him. Macy on the 3. Gray on the... Start that over. 3 down, 2 to go. I got Ryan running away with this one. Levi now in the second place. Austin only a third of a second back. Gray on the 4. Macy just 1 second back from there on the 5. Izzy bringing up that 6. Ryan's finding his stride and consistency out there. Now 20 seconds over the field. Levi holding down the 2. Austin on the 3. Macy on the 4. 10 seconds left on that clock. Looking pretty well comfortable. Ryan now on the still on the one. He's up 36 seconds. Levi holding down the two, but Macy is coming for him. Macy's only 2 seconds back from Levi.
Macy Andrews done. Levi Google done. Ryan Andrews done. Gray Cook done. Izzy Walls done.
Austin's still running. Austin's still racing. He's the only one out there live. Just Austin to finish his lap. Where is Austin? Get you across the line.
The race is completed.
All right, I don't know what Ryan did, but he definitely found his stride out there. Moving up on that TQ spot, taking the race. Macy putting in a good show as well. All right, rookies, make sure you get those batteries charging. I'm going to run them earlier in the mains if anybody is wanting to get out of here a little bit earlier with their rookies. So they will be running earlier in the race program for the mains. Third, you're 2 seconds back from Levi from stealing second. Here, practice, slow her down, baby. Slow is fast. I've got her at 45% throttle. So I've got her at 45% throttle. You at 65. So turn that throttle down. That might work. Or we can use. All right, we just need some quarter marshals and we'll get this last qualifier going. Quarter marshals, anyone available? Thank you so much, volunteers, for keeping it rolling. Looks like we are covered. Track is open. Track is open.
Logan Hall. Jeff Adolph. Dan Perry. Paul Thacker. Ben Adolph.
All right, from that Q1, it was Ben Adolph with a 22.501.4. Paul at a 22.501.7. That's tight racing. We've got him checked. 15 seconds on that clock.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, marshals have one job to do. Focus on that track, right? We're not on our phones. We're not playing around on the ramps. Focus on the track. Quarter marshals have an important job. These guys are racing for 0.3 of a second. Levi, focus on your spot, bud. Head on a swivel, looking down at the track. Minute and a half down. Paul Thacker on the top spot, but it's Logan a half a second behind him. Ben Adolph about 6 seconds back from there. He had at least one bobble. Jeff on the 4, Dan 1 second back on the 5. With 2 down and 3 to go, both Paul and Logan are running paces quicker than the TQ of last round. It is expert racing, so it's not by much. We're talking a second or 2 at most. It's Logan Hall with a fast lap of this race at a 12.73 to Paul's 12.75, and Logan slides into that top spot with the TQ pace. Four minutes down, 1 to go. It's Logan on that top spot with Paul 2.5 behind him. Ben holding down the 3. It's a ways back. Dan on the 4, Jeff on the 5. Paul Thacker turning up the heat, putting down a 12.4.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Logan Hall done. Paul Thacker done.
Cars
Jeff
on the
Adolph
track
done.
have the right of
Ben
way.
Adolph done.
Looking both ways before we jump on the track. Dan Perry's still finishing. We still have a race going on. We still have a race.
All drivers are finished. Dan Perry done.
All right, good job, everybody. Logan Hall with your win and your TQ. Nice work.
The race is completed.
maybe have somebody put them up on the hanger for you. All right, we've got a new running order. The mains are being posted by Izzy right now. First up, I guess holler at me if you're going to need more time. It's going to be the two-wheel drive buggy Sportsman. B main, be looking for Bradley, Tristan, Ken, and Matthew. Would you guys be ready to go in a few minutes? Or anybody need more time? For Tristan's? For Tristan? So some of our quarter marshals are down. We can get some volunteers for you and keep the show going, though. All right, sounds like sportsmen are ready to run, so let's get sportsmen to the track. Any two-wheel drive expert that can make it out, please do, and we will need volunteers to race. Corey, you got those cars all charged, ready to rock? They're ready to rock. So again, yeah, any volunteer quarter marshals? Sounds like Adolphs are wrenching on cars, so we'll need a couple volunteers to get this Sportsman B main rolling.
Matthew Google.
All right, good job, everybody. Thank you, volunteers. Track is open.
Tristan Madsen. Ken Perry. Bradley Richards.
All right, I think those tires are about warm. Let's go ahead and line them up. Bradley Richards on the top spot, Tristan on the 2, Ken on the 3, Matthew on the 4. The winner of this race will move on to the A main. We'll take one bump and move them into heat number 6. All right, we are set. Quarter marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. Chaos ensues in corner 3. They're all bunched back up. Looks like Matthew gets out to the front with Ken behind him. Oh, 1 minute down, 4 to go. Matthew on that top spot. He comes across the finish line now. Tristan is right on his tail. That is for the lead, and Tristan will take it. Matthew gets him back as they come across the finish line. 1 and 2 over the Dragon's back now. 2 down, 3 to go. Matthew gets some breathing room. He's up about 3. Tristan in that red car on the 2, chasing him down. Your leader coming onto the quarter pipe over the double. Tristan now on the quarter pipe. 1 and 2. Thank you, Ken. That was very kind of you. Tristan chasing down Matthew.
Says that race 2 is the 4-wheel drive.
One minute remaining in this race. Whoa, I think we got a lead change. Let's see when they cross the line to confirm. It is Tristan in the top spot. Matthew now chasing him down. 45 seconds to get it done. Oh no, Ken Perry off track.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tristan driving this one home with Matthew's got him in sight.
Tristan
Tristan will
done.
get it done.
Matthew
Moving on to
done.
the A main. Matthew losing it just by a hair.
All drivers are finished.
Bradley bringing
Richards
up
done.
the 3. It was good to have you here, buddy. Get you some practice time in and have you back an expert in no time. We are running rookies next. Wild card rookies are next. Grab those 4 drivers plus at least a volunteer.
The race is completed.
Right, so drivers from the last race plus at least 1 volunteer to make it happen for these rookies. Full stack class of rookies. We love to see it. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate it. All right, rookies, track is open. Get some laps in, warm those
Levi
tires
Google.
up.
Ryan Andrews. Austin Andrews. Izzy Walls. Macy Andrews.
On those buggies, it takes a couple laps to get some heat in the tires. So take it easy that first few corners and warm up those tires, and it'll be on rails after that.
Gray Cook.
All right, rookies, let's line them up. Next time around, bring them in, line them up. We're going to put Ryan Andrews on that top spot. Levi Google on the number 2. Head on over to the starting line. Levi Google on the 2, Austin on the 3, Macy in the orange buggy on the 4, Izzy's going to be on the 5, and Gray on the 6. All right, these first 2 corners can be tricky. Try to have some patience on that next driver. The race is not won in those first couple of corners. It's going to be the consistency of the whole race. Let's see if we can get a couple clean corners. Quarter marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. Oh, Levi was out in the front. Looks like Ryan is going to get around him. Macy's right there as well. Whoa, I think everybody's bunched back up together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are right on top of each other. Anybody's race, keep it consistent, keep your cool. Drive those corners where you know you should be. All right, so Levi, that last time around was in the lead. Looks like Ryan has moved up to the lead. Ryan downstairs, the number 1. Levi on the 2. Izzy's in the 3. Macy's on the 4. Do your best to make those passes clean if you can without hitting them in the back or the side. Levi and Ryan fighting it out. Levi gets a little bit of buffer. Izzy's right there to try to steal second place. Looks like Austin's in the mix as well. Austin flies by him. 2, 3, and 4 coming down the stairs. Levi gets some clear track and some breathing room as he comes through the infield, heading for the finish line. Ryan in the 2 coming across the finish line. Here comes Izzy, number 3. Macy's moved her way up to the 4. She's got Izzy in sight. She's got to put together some clean corners. Izzy's right on top of the number 2 driver. So 2, 3, and 4 is pretty good and close. Number 2 in this yellow-green car with Izzy right on his tail. That's the battle for second. Izzy moves into second place. Left, left, left. Levi coming through to lap the field, 13 seconds up. Austin's pushing his way into second. Izzy now on the 3, Ryan on the 4. And that's Levi putting a lap on the field. No, go. Come on, grab him. What did you... We're not watching the race. We're watching our corners. Come on, guys. Just under a minute remaining. It's Levi way out there in front. Ryan now on the 2. Macy moving up to the 3. Austin on the 4. Izzy's right there, though. 45 seconds. Your second place driver is off the track. That's going to move Macy up to second. Austin now on the 3. Ryan on the 4. Izzy now on the 4. Slow it down.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Macy and Austin
1.
less than a second. They're battling it out to see who crosses the line first.
Macy Andrews done.
Macy will get
Austin
second.
Andrews done.
Austin will settle for third.
Ryan Andrews done. Gray Cook done. Levi Google done. All drivers are finished. Izzy Walls
All
done.
right, that's a race. Levi with the win. 24 seconds up. Macy bringing in the number 2. Austin the 3. Izzy the 4. This race is complete. Good job, all racers.
The race is completed.
All right, we're going to need the best quarter marshals in the house out there to quarter marshal. It was rookies last, and it probably wasn't a great idea on my part. I put 4-wheel drive next. So any good and capable quarter marshals, we would really love to have you out there. John the man, thank you so much. Levi could do pretty good. I'll keep him focused. Find a spot towards the edge. Yep. Let's move that bucket back so your feet stay in the pipe. Good. John, maybe swap somebody out. Hey, John, if you don't mind, swap somebody out, whoever you, maybe, let's go for it. This thing gets pretty wild. These are the fastest cars and heaviest cars, so I think that'll be best. Thank you very much. All right, track is open.
Ben Adolph. Abe Armstrong. Paul Thacker. Dan Peary. 45 seconds to the start of the race. Abe Armstrong. Tristan Madsen.
All right, let's line these guys up. Ben Adolph on that top spot.
Ben
Paul
Adolph.
Thacker from the 2. Jeff moved his way on up to the 3. Dan on the 4. Tristan on the 5, right behind Dan. You got red car on the number 5. All right, that is one stacked heat of speed. Quarter marshals, head on a swivel, watching your zones. Drivers, we're going live on the tone. Two down, 3 to go. Paul is on that top spot. Ben with a horrid start is on the number 2, but closing in. Logan Hall on the 3, Dan on the 4, Tristan on the 5, Jeff on the 6, Abe on the 7. Paul in that number 1 spot. Ben chasing him down. Ben is in second, coming up on Abe. He's got to get around. Oh no, he gets into the traffic. All right, Ben's just got to get around Dan. Then he's got some clear track to hunt down Paul. Logan still holding down that 3. Dan on the 4, Tristan on the 5, Jeff on the 6. Ben's getting hammered and Paul's getting away. Minute 45 on the clock. All right, Dan Perry now on the 3 with Logan right behind him. That is a battle on the track there. Paul on the 1, of course. Ben on the 2. Dan flips it over. Logan's got to let it go so the corner can get him. Oh, who's going to get it out of there? They are battling. Logan looking to the inside.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jeff Adolph done.
Throw that car to
Ben
the
Adolph
side.
done.
Jump back to your position.
Tristan Madsen done. Abe Armstrong done. Paul Thacker done. All drivers are finished. Dan Perry done.
Paul Thacker will take it amongst the chaos. Ben on the 2. Dan Perry bringing up that 3. Unfortunately, Logan, for some reason, stopped on the last lap.
The race is completed.
Corey, did you get the little awards for the rookies if they're still here? Yep, I think they are. Okay. All right, track is open.
John Blocker. Christian Cook. 1 minute to the start of the race. Ken Perry. Nicole Bruner. Ben Castleberry.
All right, let's line them up. John Blocker with the TQ, Ben Castleberry on the 2, Christian on the 3, Ken on the 4, Nicole on the 5. Someone want to jump out? Yeah, you pretty much got it. You guys are pros. All right. Self-lining up. I like it. Corner marshals ready. Corner marshals ready to rock. Give me a thumbs up, corner marshals. Okay, good. Corner marshals ready. Drivers on the tone. John and Castleberry battling. John gets a little extra breathing room that last time around. Oh. Your leaders now moving through traffic. John still on that one, Castleberry on the 2, Christian on the 3, Ken on the 4. Ken is right on top of Christian. Leader on his lid. Leader on his lid. Castleberry sneaks off to the front. Now John's got to put on the afterburners. Christian holding down that 3. Ken's trying to make his way. Oh no, John on his lid again. Castleberry's running away. 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Plenty of time. At the halfway mark, everybody's got some breathing room. Ben, John, Christian, Ken, and Nicole in that order. John's got 4 seconds to catch Castleberry. Let's see if he can start closing that in. Castleberry dealing with traffic. Let's see how it treats him. John playing catch up. Meanwhile, Ken's doing everything he can to catch Christian in that number 3 spot. Minute and a half remaining. Castleberry's still got his 4 seconds. Shut it off. "30 seconds on the clock. Castleberry's stretching out that lead. Everyone else pretty well spread out. John on the 2, Christian on the 3.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Christian Cook done. John Blocker done. Ken Perry done. Nicole Bruner done.
Castleberry
All
with a
drivers are
21st victory lap. All
Castleberry
drivers done. Castleberry will take it when it matters most, shutting down John's evening. John on the 2, Christian on the 3 for his first showing in the short course with his own truck.
The race is completed.
All right, stadium truck. Track is open.
Dan Perry, Jeff Adolph, Corey Frisbee. Ben Adolph.
All right, let's line them up. Mr. Ben Adolph on the top spot. Dan's ready to throw down from the 2. Jeff on the 3. Corey on the 4. Looks good from my spot. Corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. Pretty clean, smooth race from my point of view so far. Ben on that top spot, Dan on the hunt, with everybody else right on Dan's tail. Leader on his lid, Dan moves up to his back bumper. Minute and a half down, 3:30 to go. Dan looks to an inside again. He's gonna wait on that one. Corey's gonna get the best of that. Oh, that's a rough one. I'll let you guys watch the replay. All right, according to the computer, Corey on that top spot, Jeff now on the 2, Dan on the 3. Everybody bunched together, and Ben playing catch up. 2 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Who can keep a cool head and get it done? That looked like about the same pass as Dan had. I think we're going to let that one fly. Ben's getting up. Oh, you can't be that mean to everybody, Ben. Just the guy that takes you out. In other news, we've got Jeff Adolph on the top spot running away with a victory. Minute 40 seconds on the clock. Corey's sitting on that 2. Leader out of the race. That means Corey's leading us around this track. Dan on the hunt. "40 seconds remaining on this race. Leader on his lid. Luckily, Dan was on his lid as well. Corey is leading this race. Last
5,
lap, last
4,
lap.
3, 2, 1. Jeff Adolph done.
Corey
Corey
will
Frisbee
get
done.
it done with the top
Perry done.
spot.
All drivers are finished.
Nice work,
Ben
Corey.
Adolph done.
Dan, come on. You got screwed? You were okay, but you never gave it back. Okay. Fair enough.
The race is completed.
All right, we're gonna get some new OTW boxing gloves, and we'll be settling things after the races, in weeks to come. All in good hearts. We'll be back to battle again week after week, twice a week if we can handle it. All right, any volunteer quarter marshals able to lend us a hand? These sportsmen have worked their way to the A main. I got 4 out of my 5. Who was my bump? Tristan, he's there. Oh, Christian's working on his car. Thanks, Bradley. All right, Dan's going to take over number 3, and track is open.
John Blocker, Abe Armstrong, Tristan Madsen, Christian Cook, Ben Castleberry. One minute to the start of the race. 45 seconds to the start of the race.
All right, kids, let's line them up. I think I have a solution. It was something I saw prior. So if you did end up having to wait for somebody, but they were taking way too long, you can keep moving on the track, but ultimately that spot has to come back. But you guys could keep moving. I've seen that work out really well. Over the second one. Okay. All right. Corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. A little bumping, no takeouts, still pretty clean. John gets to the top spot. Looks like Castleberry's moved on up to that second. Leader on his lid. Abe now on the lead. Castleberry on the 2. John on the 3. Nope. Christian on the 3. John on the 4. The leader's curse. It switched again. Castleberry bringing us down the stairs. Christian holding down the 2. John looking to the inside. Gets it done. Oh, the curse of the leader in this race. John gets it back. That All right, Castleberry leading us around. Looks like Tristan's on his tail. No, sorry. I'm watching the wrong race. John Blocker leading us around. Out there ahead, Ben Castleberry and Tristan battling 2 and 3. Castleberry gets around John on that lap. We are at the halfway mark, 2.5 minutes remaining. Your leader in the orange coming for the stairs, going around traffic with John right on his tail. Tristan's right there as well. Tristan gets clear track between himself and the second and first place. Minute and a half left to this race. I got Castleberry leading us around to the orange. Tristan right behind him. John now fighting from the 3. Four down, 1 to go. Orange car is your leader. Mr. Ben Castleberry, John Blocker hunting him down. 30 seconds left. Orange car still your leader. He might have to deal with some traffic. John is on the hunt. Looks like they're getting 2 more laps. Castleberry gets some breathing room.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tristan Madsen done.
Still racing, John. Tristan, you are done.
Christian Cook done. Abe Armstrong done. Ben Castleberry done. All drivers are finished. John
All
Blocker done.
right, Ben getting it done in the mains when it matters most with a win. John on the 2, Tristan on the 3.
The race is completed.
All right, experts, turn them loose.
Logan Hall. Paul Thacker. Dan Perry. Jeff Adolph. Ben Adolph.
All right, guys, line them up. I want to see that green car on the top spot. Winner of the 13 last week, TQ of the 2-wheel this week. All right, corner marshals ready. Drivers live on the tone. Logan still leading us around with Paul right on his tail. Feeling some pressure. Logan gets a little bit of room. Jeff, you got the leaders coming up on you. Dave. 1 and 2 have a bobble. Oh no. He's going to hop back in. He didn't get any time. Dan's in a mix of. Yeah, you guys are all over the board. That wasn't anyone's fault, I don't think. Logan gets some serious breathing room now. We still got 3 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, Ben snuck in there to steal second. So Ben now on the hunt of Logan and right on his tail. Plenty of clear track to get it done. One and two coming across the finish line. Dan as a lapper and Paul trying to catch them desperately. Paul will get around, but he ends up on his lid. Oh, painful. Logan doing a great job holding down that number one. Leader finds the wall and Ben sneaks around. Luckily, he didn't lose a spot to Paul. Leader on his lid. Logan gets back to the front. Who is in the hunt next? It looks like it's Ben. We got a minute and a half on the clock. Minute 10 remaining. Logan up by 4.5 seconds. Keep it cool and you should be good. Clear track between Logan and Paul, 1 and 2. Paul had it at 3 seconds last time around. This time around, 2.7, 36 seconds on the clock. One more lap. Logan's leading us around.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Paul Thacker done.
Paul's caught. Logan's on a victory
Dan
lap
Peary
for his
done.
win on the two-wheel drive
Jeff
17.5
Adolph done.
expert.
Ben Adolph
I'm pretty
done.
sure that was toe-to-toe and driving under some incredible pressure.
All drivers
He
are
had
finished.
Ben on his tail. He
Logan
had
Hall done.
Paul on his tail. He kept it clean. Good job, Logan.
The race is completed.